But that was what I thought my journey was supposed to be. And then one day changed my life forever. I was about 11 years old, and I grew up here in San Diego, and I was with some friends, and we were at a baseball diamond. It was just the three of us. And one buddy said, I'm gonna pitch. The other one said, I'm gonna bat. And they're like, why don't you catch? And I'm like, sure, that sounds good. So I get behind the plate, and Mickey throws a fastball, and Cassius swings to the fence, and he hits a foul tip. And I had only time to turn my head before the ball smashed into my face. And the problem was I wasn't wearing any protective gear. It knocked me down, but I was a tough kid, so I got up, brushed myself off, didn't tell my mom, because more importantly, I didn't want to get grounded for doing something so foolish. And I went home. And then I started to develop headaches. And then one headache turned into two headaches. And then I went to my mom, and my mom did what any mom would do in the 80s, and she gave me an aspirin for the headache. And then we went to school, and my sister came home from college, and she said, Mom, what's wrong with Landon's lip? It's not moving all the way. And it was just this lower division of the facial nerve that didn't move all the way. And my mom grabbed my face, and she said, look at me, boy, smile. And she could see just this slight paralysis or non-movement in my face. So we ran off to the doctors. Went to the doctors, and we did all the tests, the nerve scans, MRIs, all the tests that the doctors would do. And they said, you have Bell's palsy, it's a paralysis of the facial nerve. Most of them get better. Yours will probably get better. Here's a new medication for the headaches that you're experiencing. Take this medication and we'll check in with you. Well, the problem was that my body had a reaction with that medication. And instead of having a headache 2 or 3 times a week, I started waking up with what are called rebound headaches. I would go to bed and I would wake up screaming at 7 a.m. every morning for 2 weeks straight. My mom was freaking out. Back to the doctors we went, try a different medication. I started to develop migraines. I couldn't function for the first 3 or 4 hours of the day. I was taken out of school and homeschooled, and my life was going downhill fast. What was worse is the paralysis didn't get better, it progressed. It went up the left side of my face and down into my neck, and it looks a lot like what you see now. And this was my life.